I want to make paper from scratch, except I already did, but I didn't film an intro, so here it is. There's not really any more to it, is there? I want to make paper. I guess I'll link an actual tutorial down below, but morning, the sun is shining, the tank is clean, today's the day, we are making paper. I'm actually so excited. I know I seem very, very tired. I only just woke up an hour ago. But we are going to be making the paper today. I have my good soup, which has been fermenting for 2 days only. It is only meant to steep for like a couple hours, so don't worry about it. I've also got my trusty dusty stick mixer that's going to help me turn it all into pulp. I am just realizing I've missed a prep step. It's fine, don't worry about it. But yes, I have my trusty dusty stick mixer. Now for the actual frames, turns out frames, kind of expensive, so we are going full DIY mode with it. And I went to Kmart and I got these paint by number canvases because all I need is the wood. That's all I need. And for some reason buying wooden frames was super expensive. And now I get paint by numbers paint. I actually fucking loathe the paint by numbers. Paint by numbers can die in a hole. Actually, that was a bit aggressive. It's really good for people who can't draw, but other than that, die. I'm actually realizing I've missed multiple prep steps. I think I'm just too excited to mulch the pulp. So let me backtrack a second and explain to you what we're going to be doing, because my brain's going a million miles an hour. So things I have to do first, turn these into the frames that need to be, you know, unbox this, cut up some fabric that the paper is going to be laying on, and also figure out where I'm going to hang the paper. I should probably do this outside, but it's kind of cold and I don't want to be outside. Let me finish all the prep work and then we'll figure out what we're doing. This isn't connected. Alright, now that I've made a right mess of everything, it's time to get to my favourite part. I don't really know why this is the favourite part, because it's going to be loud and I'm going to be doing it for a while. This actually looks really nice. I'm so sad I'm using it for paper. Gonna chuck in my loops. Sam actually bought me these for sleeping, but they don't work because I pull them out in my sleep. And I don't mean that I like knock them and they come out. Like I woke up in the middle of the night lying flat on my back and I was holding them twice because I put them back in and then I woke up holding them again. So clearly something when I sleep doesn't like them. There's my pulp looking soupy. Time to get started, I guess. It blew up. There was just a bright spark, and now it doesn't work. Oh, it stinks too. It's looking pretty good. I want to now just add a little bit of white food coloring because it's just looking a little bit too brown for my liking. And I also want to add in a packet of my flowers that I have because I think it'd be really cute for my spell pages, my grimoire pages, to have elements of the spells already in the pages, which I think would be very, very cute. It is now like 5 p.m. though. I'm running out of time to do this. actually so excited, you have no idea. I'm gonna add more paper to this just because, no, water. I'm gonna add more water to this because it's quite thick, it's quite gluggy, and I think that the more water that's in it, the more paper like it's gonna be and less like cement. It actually feels so gross, actually. I might have made it too thin, but it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm actually so excited. I need to grab my phone. I'm about to make paper. Oh, I'm a bit too tall for my frame. Fuck, I'm tall. You take these two pieces, we do some little shuffling front and back, then we take this part off, squish it on there, bada bing, bada boom, essentially. I don't actually know how many pieces of fabric I have, I don't know how much paper I have, but you know what? Let's just fucking go for it. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know why I expected to be a professional at this on my first try, but okay. Dunk. That looks like paper. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. I wish I bought another sponge. I didn't buy a bigger, better sponge at the shop because I was like, we've got sponges at home. This is going to take a while. Looks great, but it's not coming off my frame. The one part I didn't do research into is what to make your frame out of, because I was like, well, as long as it's just, you know, a fabric that water can pass through, it's fine. I have made it out of like cheesecloth, and I'm wondering if the paper is like absorbing into the cheesecloth. That's a sheet of paper. It's not sticking to my fabric though. That's not the end of the world. I can still put them on the drying rack, but it just means that I have to now dry them flat instead of hanging them up, which is just a bit more annoying, I guess. There we are. What else is an 8-foot surfboard for? I'm gonna try a couple more sheets, but I don't know how great this is gonna be if every single one I have to try and peel off the cloth. But 18 minutes just to do, technically two, but one sheet of paper because I ripped the other one so I had to put it back. So I think I'm actually going to pause it for today. I wanted to keep getting everything done today, but this screen is just not it. The tiny fibers in it have started like pulling up, and that's what's getting caught into the paper. So it's just not really worth it really, but that's all right. I'm going to just tuck this under the gazebo and we'll get some more tomorrow. It has been raining for 3 days straight, and I think my paper is starting to ferment. It actually doesn't smell bad at all, so like, but I think it's all obviously just quite waterlogged and it started all floating to the top. And the water looks kind of nasty, so I'm just gonna quickly give it another blitz. I did fix the screen by taking a wig cap and stretching that over. I don't know if that's gonna help, but it is obviously a lot less fibrous. So I guess we'll just see, because honestly, I decided I'm just not going to spend any money on this project, because every time I do a project, I end up spending way more than it would be to just buy the thing. So let's give it a mix up. Why is it fizzy? I'm not going to lie. It kind of smells like grape juice, but like, you know, like sparkling grape juice, which isn't inherently a bad smell, but like it's paper. Maybe what do I don't know what to do. Cause like do I make the paper? Cause like I would change the washer, but it's like fibers. So like I have to put my hands in this to do the paper. I'm gonna try and I think I'm gonna try and pour all the fibers into a sieve and then change the water because this is, it's kind of rank. Oh my god. If I lose half the fibers, it is what it is, and I know not to leave paper sitting for 4 days. It's bubbling. So here's actually my lovely sheet from a couple days ago. I need to flatten it, but it actually came out really, really nice. Like all the textures and the flower pattern in it is actually really lovely. And honestly, pretty sturdy. I do now have to put my hands in this. Oh, let me get my sponge. I didn't realize my neighbors could see over my fence when they walk past. Anyway, turns out I had a much better sponge for the job, so we're gonna be using this one today. I'm so sorry I'm speaking so quietly. I'm suddenly very, very awkward and anxious. Anyway, let's just get it over with, shall we? Because this is fucking rank. Oh, come on. One piece of fermented pizza. That's really fucking annoying because then I put the one dry one, so that makes 19 pages. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, turns out this, amazing. Wig cap. So maybe try it with like stockings or something. I do smell like a garden, like compost. Like that is exactly what it smells like grass that was cut like a week ago. So I guess now we can skip to the reveal. This is my final paper. It looks amazing. I've had it squished for 2 days, so it's actually nice and flat now. I do need to trim up the edges. For some reason, this one came out really nice and all the rest came out like kind of fluffy on the edges, but that's fine. This one was also a lot thicker, but that's probably because all the rest of this was sitting in water for, you know, an extra 3 days. However, I won't lie, even though it was kind of fucking nasty, the stuff that was sitting for 3 days, kind of a better texture. Also, I guess if I just didn't put the flowers in, I could let the paper sit for 3 days because the paper isn't what made the smell. It's the flowers that made the smell. Because this one's definitely more like rough, like cardstock, whereas these are all a little bit more like floaty notebook paper. But that's all right. I really want to turn these into grimoire pages because I just think it would be so, so gorgeous. So I'll either try and run it through my printer or I will just try calligraphy. Maybe I won't run it through the printer. You can't see because the light's on this side, but it's pretty thin. But all in all, I made fucking paper. And I am actually seriously chuffed with that. Even if I only make a grimoire for myself, I'm totally fine with that because I think that this came out just so nice. Like flipping through that, gorgeous. So once again, if you actually want to know the step-by-step details, I will link the article that I used down in the description below. But otherwise, thank you for joining me on this entertaining journey. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.